Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. This is the project that we're going to work on today, and it's a nice easy card to make, and it's using up some of your glues. Now, as long as it's a liquid glue, the brand doesn't really matter. This one is created with Cosmic Shimmer, and I've used the gold, the bronze and the teal. Now the one in the centre is using a pearly kind of a glue, and I've used an ivory, a blue and a pink. And then the one on the end again is back to Cosmic Shimmer, and I've used black, ivory and teal for that one. Now what you're going to need is a piece of card, and it doesn't really matter which colour you use. I'm just using white, and the colours of the glue that I'm using are pastel rose, pastel green and pastel blue. Now the only thing with this is you can't just make the card in one day. You need to prepare the glue part and then leave it to dry, and I usually leave mine to dry overnight. So what you need to do is make sure that your glue is flowing, and then you're just going to squeeze it anywhere you want on your card. And then when you've got as much on there as you want, you can change your colours, and you can do exactly the same thing with another colour. Now don't worry about it being up close to the edges, because you're going to trim this once you've finished. So that's the pink and the green that I've added in there, and now I'm going to add in some blue. Okay, and you put in as much or as little as you want, and you use the colours that you want to make your card. Okay, so now we need to leave that on one side just to dry. Now once this is dried, I have chosen one of the colours from the squiggly bits, and I've made a map that's slightly bigger. That is slightly smaller than the card base, and from the same pink I've stamped and embossed a sentiment, and then I'm going to use some pink ribbon. Now with some wet glue I'm going to add my squiggly bits to the slightly larger pink mat, and I'm going to make sure that that's all pressed down. And then before I add that to my card, I'm going to glue some ribbon around the layers. Now I've also found some pink pearls, some green pearls, some blue ones and some small white ones, and they are the colours that I've used in my card. So what I'm going to do now is just randomly add in some pearls into the open pieces in the little lacy design, in the gluey design. So I'm just going to carry on now and add all these in random areas, in random colours, until I have that covered, and so that it's got this kind of effect with the pearls on it. So once you've got the pearls randomly placed, you can add in your bow, and then I'm going to put a little dazzler on top of the knot, and then with some foam tape on the back of there I'm going to place my sentiment in, and then once I've done that I can add all that to my base card. So this is the card that we've just made, very pretty for any occasion. You can use any colours of glues that you have. Different brands will mix and match. This one has pearl effect on it, but just make sure that your colours go together by just adding a little spot of the glue to some card to see what effect you get. Make sure you leave it to dry overnight, and then you can create a card that is very different.